Trunk to Trunk spirit and join us on the Village Green next year. And one more thing from Indian Head Business Association. Their next meeting is Tuesday, November the 8th at 8:30 a.m. at Dale's Smokehouse. And one of their members, Hilltop Salon, is sponsoring a Shake and Shimmer open house on Tuesday, November 15th. You can drop in anytime between 5:30 and 8 at Hilltop Salon at 4171 Indian Head Highway. There'll be cellular nutrition, undercover wear, and party light vendors there. And if you need more info on that, you can call Sue at 301-743-5902. Okay,
I
now
may
I'm
not
done.
need it, but what is a Shake and Shimmer?
It's shakes for better health, weight loss, weight gain. There'll be samples to try. It's Herbalife. Yes. And candles and pajamas and that kind of thing. Okay. Anyone else have any questions? Hey, we try to keep it happy and light here. Thank you.
Thank you, Karen. Next, we have the community policing report by Officer Riffle.
Good evening, everybody. I want to thank everybody for their a lot of the volunteers that I see here tonight for their help on Halloween. It was my first year participating in the trick or treat, trunk to trunk, and it was very interesting. It's a great program. I gotta say, a lot of neighborhoods throughout the county could learn a lot from that. It was very successful. I want to touch base on just some traffic issues that we've been experiencing here in the town, mainly here at the Indian Head Elementary, right here at the gate to the base. Reminding everybody that the posted speed limit from McWilliams and North Prospect Street to the base gate is 30 miles per hour in the designated school zone. Okay, if you get caught speeding through there, it's a maximum fine of if it doubles through school times, it's $1,000 and 5 points on your license. Okay, so you got to watch your speed. All right. There's no stopping or standing where it's permitted by sign or official markings on the curb. You know, when children are being let off and dropped off at school or being picked up, you can't just park anywhere and drop your child off. You have to do it in the designated school area. So that way, because if someone's running out in front of a car, someone's passing when they're not supposed to, you know, we just don't need to take that risk. We also have the pedestrians in the crosswalk, which is a big thing here in the town. You know, a lot of the children here walk to school or cross over the street to 210 to the school. You must yield to the pedestrian in the crosswalk. All right. If you don't, it's an $80 fine and 1 point on your license. If it doesn't contribute to an accident. If it does contribute to an accident, in other words, if you hit somebody, it's a must appear ticket. In other words, you have to go in front of a judge and explain yourself. It can turn into a criminal matter. And also with the school buses, the red lights are not there just for show. You have to stop. You cannot pass the school bus. If you do so, it's $570 and 3 points on your license if you pass the school bus with the red lights flashing. And just to give everybody a heads up, the Sheriff's Office Traffic Enforcement Unit has a grant to enforce this. There will be unmarked cars as well as marked cars following the school buses throughout the county to make sure that the people are not passing the school buses when the red lights are flashing. And they are instructed to write citations, not warnings, just to give everybody a heads up. This is an ongoing issue. That's why we're bringing it back up, even though we've already talked about this, you know, when school started this year. Just to give everybody, you know, a friendly reminder, because the Sheriff's Office is going to start enforcing it a little bit harder as far as radar in these designated areas, having more patrol down here as far as, you know, enforcing these school time traffic laws. On a lighter note, the Sheriff's Office has sent me to a residential security survey school. It's a free service that the Sheriff's Office offers the citizens of Charles County. If you would like your home to be basically inspected by the Sheriff's Office, would come out and we'll give you tips on how to make your house a little bit more secure. You know, as far as lighting, the proper doors and locks, ways to secure what your existing fixtures as far as windows and doors. Just give you reasonable price that you can just do it yourself, ways to make your house more secure, as well as landscaping, you know, cutting down the huge shrubs around your front door, you know, trimming them back so that people can see your front door as well as you seeing it when you're walking up to your house at night, the proper lighting, that kind of thing. And this is a free service that the Sheriff's Office offers everybody in the county, county residents. So I urge you to participate in that. And also, we have a program called Operation ID, which is where you identify your personal belongings, such as TVs, electronics, expensive tools, stuff that you would, it's hard or expensive to replace if you were a fell victim to a burglary. And what this is that if you participate in this, it gives you the information on how to label this property the proper way, on file with the Sheriff's Office. So that way, if, God forbid, if something happens to your house where it gets burglarized, we have a lot more successful way of recovering this property than, unknown serial number on a 30-inch TV. We would have the serial number as well as identifying mark just for you, that if it got pawned, we would be able to recover it a lot quicker. Like I said, that's a free service for the Sheriff's Office that we offer to citizens. So I urge you to take us up on it, give me a call, and have me come out. All right. And does anybody have any questions for me this evening? I'll also be available afterwards to talk individually if need to. All right. Thank you.
Thank you. Next on the agenda is briefings. We have none, so we move into presentations, recognitions, resolutions, ordinances, etc. First on the agenda tonight is Captain Peter Nettie, the Commanding Officer of Naval Support Activity, South Potomac. We had a change of command between Captain Hampf and Captain Nettie in August, I believe it was. September. You were in the area in August, but okay. He'd like to address the citizens tonight and tell us a little bit about himself and the Naval Support Activity.
Thank you, Mayor. Good evening. Like the Mayor said, I'm Captain Pete Netta, and on September 19th, I became the Commanding Officer of Naval Support Activity, South Potomac. And what that entails is I served as the base commander for Naval Support Facility Indian Head, as well as Naval Support Facility Dahlgren. I appreciate the opportunity to formally introduce myself to the Town Council and the citizens. And I'll tell you a little bit about myself so you know where I come from or my perspective. I've been in the Navy 25 years. As a naval aviator, I flew support aircraft to the aircraft carriers and long-range reconnaissance aircraft as well to the carriers. Aboard 18 different carriers, and most of them, of course, are retired by now. Among my previous assignments, I've commanded a Fleet Logistics Support Squadron. It's an aircraft squadron of about 400 people. And I've also deployed in support of Southern Watch, as well as my time at U.S. Pacific Command. In that capacity, I worked a lot of planning issues and terrorist activities in South and Southeast Asia. Prior to coming here, I was at Pacific Fleet, also on a staff duty, and then most recently, I left there in June, and then, sir, I will. Thank you. Okay, is that better? Thanks. I'm a graduate of the University of South Florida and also Auburn University, Montgomery. I happen to be a Steelers fan, but as last night showed, it didn't go too well. So I have a long season ahead. I have one son who enters the Navy in December, a daughter who's in 8th grade at a 10th school in Dahlgren, and my wife is from Indiana, and we're all happy to be serving here for this tour of duty. For us, it's 3 years, and looking forward to working with all of you. For the last 2 months, my family and I have been around the town, primarily on the installation and as we go off base as well. And there seems to be a lot of camaraderie and mutual respect for the community as well as the installation. That's key. It's a small community, but I like that. And it appears that the military and the veterans around here with the town get along quite well. I was pleased to learn also that the base holds events at this very venue and works closely with the town of Indian Head administrators to provide activities and events to the employees, particularly military members who live in the community close by. For a commanding officer, a close and candid relationship with the neighboring community is important. It makes It makes our interaction, our ability to communicate to each other what the base is doing, and as well as what the town and the specific impacts that that we may have on you, as well as inform you of what we're doing on the installation. Just want everybody to know that I intend to continue that respect, that culture, and further cultivate the friendship. This will be important as we work through projects and activities that affect both of us. Some of the project activities that we'll be working together with is the Navy has an effort that leases property on the installation for a new natural gas filtered power plant and to develop a site for a light industrial or a tech park or technical facility, I should say. And that's just in the beginning stages. It's something that the Navy would go out to industry and say, hey, there's some unutilized land on the facility, and is there any interest to partner with a commercial developer on the facility? That's one of the efforts. The other effort is in the same manner as we are with the water taxi and the ferry that's ongoing as we approach the phase 2 of that study. Each of these studies, there's an initial phase, and then there's a phase 2, and it continues on. And phase 2, I believe, is really where the community and the installation and the developers really get together and do a combined planning effort. Also, as was mentioned today or yesterday with Secretary of Defense Panetta, as we continue to do budget cuts over the next few years or several years, some of the things that'll be coming out in the future is who knows where the base realignment committee is going. And what that's going to require is for us to partner with you, ensure that all our statistics, facts, and the support that we mutually provide each other are well documented, and the importance of the community as well as the installation. As we tackle these issues and through all the day-to-day interactions, I look forward to working with you and your staff. And again, I thank you for the opportunity to speak here. And on behalf of all the supported commands on Naval Support Facility Indian Head, I appreciate everything that you do. It's a multiple missions that contribute to our nation's defense. There's over 3,100 military, civilian, and contractors that work on base that depend on your support. And with that, I thank you. And again, happy to be here. With that,
Thank
Mayor?
you, Captain. And I'd just like to say that we've had a long, good working relationship with the Navy for many, many years now. And I'm happy to report that relationship has continued without missing a step in the transition between you and Captain Half. So I thank you for stepping right in and taking over where she left off.
yes, sir. Thank you. With that, I'd like to ask the mayor to come up here. I'd like to the support of the town that has provided us, and as we, in the remembrance of 9/11, there's a letter of appreciation on behalf of Naval Support Activity South Potomac. It reads, I would like to express my sincere appreciation to the town of Indian Head for generously supporting Naval Support Facility Indian Head's observance of the 10th year since the terrible events of September 11, 2001 at the Village Green Pavilion on September 11, 2011. Your generous support was instrumental to the overall success of this event. Beyond your contribution to the observance is something perhaps more valuable to the men and women of the Naval Support Activities South Potomac. It's your willingness and sincere support of Indian Head and your interest in fostering positive community relations with the base. For that we greatly appreciate. Please accept my thanks, my gratitude for the use of your facility and for your continuing involvement as one of our strongest community warriors and advocates for Indian Head's role in our nation's defense. Thank you.
Thanks, Captain.
Thanks. I'd like to ask Ms. Karen Williams to come up, please. Hi. And also for your support on that very day. Thank you.
Oh, thank you very much.
Thanks. Chaplain O'Neill. Sergeant Baker. Mr. Al Turner. Okay. Fire Chief Jeff Williams. And Assistant Fire Chief Wayne Higdon. Thank you. Thanks, Mayor.
Thank you, Captain. We appreciate you taking time out of your day to come to our meeting this evening and share your awards and your words with us this evening. Next, before we get into the couple of proclamations we have on the agenda, I'd like to make notice of some late-breaking news, as they say on the TV. Over the weekend, I received an email notification from the International Institute of Municipal Clerks and notifying us that one of our own has achieved a milestone in the Municipal Clerks Association, AWILDA. AWILDA has completed the education and the service requirements to earn the certification as a certified municipal clerk from the International Institute of Municipal Clerks. She's also a member of the Maryland Municipal Clerks Association. Actually, I think this year she's Vice President. So she's moving up. Next year she'll probably be President. So she's done a great job and diligently and very aggressively, actively pursuing certification as a municipal clerk. And achieving that has already yielded great rewards for the town. I think our documents retention and the whole process of getting the appropriate records to the state on time and in a professional manner have increased, improved very much. I look forward to her continuing in the Municipal Clerks Association and continuing with the International Institute of Municipal Clerks and her towards achieving recognition as a Master Municipal Clerk, I think it is, MMC. So she's now a CMC, Certified Municipal Clerk. So congratulations, Awilda. So now back to the agenda. We have two proclamations on the agenda tonight. The first is a proclamation for Municipal Government Works Month. Awilda, will you read the proclamation?